I'm sitting in a very weird place, but I thought, why not? Hi, my name is Maya, and I am going to be making videos on my channel talking about manifestation and how we can get the goals that we want. So I've been doing a lot of research into the law of assumption. I'm kind of obsessed with it, and I want to take you on this journey with me to assume a new reality, shift realities, change my self-concept enough to where I am able to manifest the things that I want. I'm actively trying to get rid of any blocks. I'm actively trying to grow and evolve and be a better person, and I had this idea of filming me at the beginning till the end, and we don't know how long it's going to take. It could take months, it could take years, but why not film the process of changing your mind, adopting Neville Goddard's theory of the feeling, and like living in the feeling and being aware of like your thoughts, using SATs, sleep state akin to sleep, where you right before you go to bed are visualizing. And I have aphantasia, so visualizing is very like, I always feel like I'm not doing it right because I don't really see anything. But why not just film that and talk about it and document this with people, because I know that this is something that I would want to see and I would want to watch. And yeah, so let me tell you a bit about myself. I have had a crazy year. It's been a lot. I got fired from this job that was like my life. I was working from like 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. at this job, an acting job. And already, if you know about acting jobs, you know that you get really close with your cast and things like that. There were a lot of bad things, and the workplace wasn't treating us very well, and I don't do well with not being treated well. I am someone who speaks up, so I got fired and lost a lot of friends because it's kind of like a cult-like mentality at that workplace. If you're in, you're in, and if you're out, you're out. You're out the cult. So I basically got kicked out of my cult, lost my source of income, and it kind of left me downtrodden because I have no savings. I wasn't saving properly. I was just living paycheck to paycheck. I also live at home with my mum and my sister. We have a very tricky dynamic. I grew up in a very abusive household from both parents, and both physically and emotionally abusive, and I think that really affected my development as a person. I think it left me with some trauma, and I think it also left me with ADHD, trauma-rooted ADHD. If that sounds a bit like, you know, very Gen Z, maybe it does, but I am very intense. I feel things very deeply. I react very quickly. I am constantly seeking dopamine. I spiral and hyperfixate on conversations. I am very hypervigilant to people's micro expressions and things, and I can spiral on that. I'm very, very intuitive, which is very good, but sometimes I am a bit... Sometimes I'm great, and sometimes I'm a bit, you know? So it really just depends. But I want to fix that. I want to grow on that. I want to grow from it. I think that the bad things that happen to us in life, we have two choices. We can either grow or we can stay stagnant. And I am choosing to grow. So I attempted to take my life on the 9th of May, and this is not the first time that has happened, but it is the last time, because no more feeling sorry for myself and feeling helpless and having awareness of being able to change your reality. I know that your thoughts create your reality because I saw how my thoughts created the reality that I was in, a bad reality or an anxious reality. My anxious thoughts came true, and I did that passively. So what happens if I proactively control my thoughts and direct them to where I want to go? Because I can see it happening. I don't know if you've ever had that feeling where you predict something that's going to happen months down the line, or weeks down the line, or you joke about it. Haha, they're going to fire me, or haha, they're going to do this, and it's kind of a joke, but you kind of think that they are, or the thing is going to happen, and then a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, it happens. Are you telling me that that's not your thoughts manifesting? Oh no, it's not. It is. Girl, don't even mess with me. So imagine if you thought good thoughts, things that you want to happen, and then they manifest. So I'm trying to get rid of all the blocks that I have. I'm trying to grow my self-concept, and I thought, why not do it with you? Why not do it and document it and allow people to see the growth, see the process. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be, it's not going to be quick. I mean, I don't want to say it's not going to be quick, because that'd be great, but I don't have a time limit on my goals and my reality. I'm going to tell you a few things that I want to kind of change my inner concept on, and things that I believe that I am changing my concept on. I've always had a strange relationship with my body and my weight, as I think many women, especially growing up in like the 2010s, 2012s as a teenager, where if you weren't skinny and you didn't have a thigh gap, then you were ugly, fat. I think a lot of my childhood trauma and stuff made me believe that I'm not lovable, and I created a narrative in my head of, if I lose weight, then people will love me, or if I do this, then I'll be loved. Like, I have a pattern in relationships whenever I'm dating someone, that I give way too much, and it scares them. And so I tried to unpack that and figure out what that was, and it turns out I don't believe a little bit that I can just be loved. So I believe I have to do things and give things in order to be loved. So whenever I dated someone, I would give them presents every day, and remember everything they said, and remember every detail, and just try and be perfect so that I could be loved. And that's something I learned from childhood. If you were a good little girl, then you get loved by your parents, and if you weren't, if you didn't act in the right way, then you were in trouble, and that means no love. And I can see that childhood wound in my relationships, romantic relationships and friendships maybe, and so seeing that and unpacking that, because I grew up as a child from a very abusive home, emotionally and physically. I don't know, I wanted to make videos that people who feel like they're maybe damaged, you're not damaged, but people who feel like that they're spiraling and not being able to manifest things in their lives, and not just stuck in a certain point. I've been, what I believe, in the same place for about 5 years now, since 2020. I've grown, I've changed, but I'm still in the same place financially and physically, and I want to get out. I'm stagnant and I need to get out. And I believe that what's holding me back is my own self-concept, and not doing the things I need to do in order to grow and evolve. I am happy living in a little ecosystem bowl. You've seen those little fish bowls, and people make ecosystems. I'm in the fish bowl, and I want to be a forest. And so I want to make these videos, real videos, on showing you how the law of assumption is going to work for me, and how it then can work for you. We're going to be working through this together. We are going to be getting through our blocks. We are going to be talking about the law of assumption, what it is, how it works. We are going to be visualizing. I can't visualize, I have aphantasia, but it doesn't mean we can't visualize, okay? We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about scripting. We're going to be talking about, changing our beliefs and changing our thoughts and catching ourselves when we find ourselves in loops and spirals, because we are going to be in control of our lives. We are going to take charge, and we are going to level up together, and you're going to see it because I'm here. I'm on ground zero. This is ground. Look at me. I'm in a car park. I'm in a car park right now, but it's been a beautiful summer. 2025, it's been a beautiful, hot, climate change summer, and we are going to grow, we are going to evolve, we are going to do everything together. I got this thought on the train this morning going to work, working at a coffee shop. I work at a coffee shop right now because obviously I got fired from my acting job. I got fired, so I was on my way to work and I was like watching, law of assumption videos, and I was like, do you know what would be nice? If I was able to see what her life was like. I was watching Life by Lucy, and I was like, I've loved to see like her growth on how she shows like you should check her out. She shows like all her scripting letters and how she scripted it and then it came to life. And I was like, I would love to see what she was like when she was manifesting it live. And I was like, hang on a minute, I can do that. So this is me doing it. So I'm going to post it. It's not going to do well, but we're going to do this together. And hopefully the more videos I post, and people who, I want to also attract a community of people that understand what's going on. So if you struggled with trauma in your childhood that you think is blocking you from getting your manifestations, give me a follow. Not just trauma in your childhood, but it could just be anything. We're going to unpack everything together. So let's end the video how I mean to go on. That nice blocked nose full of hay fever. Take a deep breath in, girlies and boilies and babies. Hold it. Breathe out. We're going to be manifesting our fucking lives, man. It's going to get fucking lit. All right? Okay? Why would you not want to subscribe? Part 2? Can you imagine part 2? It's going to be so much fun. Love you. Okay, ciao.